Alright, we in this motherfucker today with what would you like for me to call you?
Hey man, YTN Mack, man. YTN Mack on all streaming platforms, man. Y'all should already know me, you know what I'm saying, my music. Y'all should already know about my music. But YTN Mack, we're here to talk about something different today.
Man, fuck all that. He want me to call him YTN Mack. I'm finna call this nigga the first nigga in history to beat the child support system. Oh. I'm gonna say that one more time. The first nigga in history to beat the child support system. Let's talk to me, man. We in here on Baby Daddy Psychiatrist. We in here on Baby Daddy Psychiatrist. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you that.
Talk to me.
Shit, it ain't much to talk about. Goddamn, them white people, they tried to, they was fucking me over. Them white people was still taking money on my check after I got off child support.
Well, man, let's talk about it, man. Let's start from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So how many kids do you have?
I got 3 biological boys. 3 biological boys.
3 biological boys?
Yep.
So what that mean? 3 biological boys, and then what else? You a stepdaddy?
Yeah, I got a stepdaughter.
Or did you have kids?
I had kids.
And then you got with a girl that had kids.
I had kids. Keep that for a second. I had kids already. And 2 of my kids is by one girl. You know, my youngest son is by the girl that I'm with now.
Okay. So, and they call you the first man ever to beat the child support system.
They call me that?
That's what they saying. That's word on the street. Word on the street. You're the first man to beat the child support system.
Let me take another shot to that.
So word on the street is you, like most of the rest of us out here, was a victim of child support, and probably at a young age.
Yeah, for sure. I'm 28 right now. I've been on child support since my son was 7 years old. He's 11 year old now.
So being years in the child support system, let's start back from the top. So your oldest one is 11 now, and he had been on child support since the age of 7. That's when you first started paying child support?
That's when I first started paying in.
So they had hit you for that back child support from then on?
Oh, 5,000 off the back.
Okay. So me and the world want to know, because there's millions of us that are suffering from this. How did you actually beat the child support system?
I didn't beat the child support system. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I didn't beat the child support system. I dealt with the child support system. I rode the wave of the child support system. You get me? You know what I'm saying? I did what they wanted me to do. I like any man, I kissed some ass. I'm gonna keep it real. And I'm a real nigga. I kissed some ass. You know what I'm saying? I made shit the way that it was supposed to be. I made some shit right that I made wrong. I didn't beat the child support system. You know what I'm saying? This shit took a lot of work. This shit took work, pain, tears, sweat, drugs. Goddamn it, this shit took life.
Tell me about some of the stresses and some of the issues that you had to go through being on child support for that long.
Man, I still ain't got my license right now. I still ain't got my driver's license right now. I gotta go pay a motherfucking reinstatement fee.
Right. So
I'm gonna go pay it. But I ain't paid it yet.
For those of y'all who don't know, that is something that they will do if you're behind on your child support.
Oh yeah, they taking the license. They doing that first.
They will take your license.
They doing that first. They ain't gonna wait for that. They ain't waiting for the license. They're taking them. You can't drive, sir. You're not a I don't even know what word I'm looking for, but you can't drive.
Tell me some of the other effects from you being on child support. How did that affect your life or your day-to-day living or your day-to-day income? Give me some examples.
I was on child support for one child.
And that's about 5 years.
For 5 years. I got paid every week, right? Every week, I probably got paid. Okay, I probably was getting paid $12 an hour. $141 out of my check every week. Y'all see that knee?
That's how much you was taking in. That's how much.
That's how much they was taking out.
So how every week? How much did you come home with, give or take?
Man, one week. I ain't gonna say give or take. 1 week I came home with $81.
$81.
I worked the whole week. I came home with $81 motherfucking dollars.
And how many hours did you work that week?
40.
So that's a grown man working a 40-hour week and bringing home $80. What type of stress and trauma do you think that would have?
Stress and trauma. Stress and trauma.
Do you think that's why you drank and you smoke weed heavily every day?
Of course.
To ease some of that?
Of course. I need this pain gone. This shit weighs on my lifestyle at home. You hear me?
I can dig that. At home with your now.
With my now, I can't. I got a fiance. I can't get married. I couldn't get married because I had child support.
Dang. So for those of y'all who don't know, if you are a man who is behind on child support, once you do get married, that becomes your wife's debt as well.
I put out my blood. I want to flame on my black because I'm stressed. That's how stressed the situation make me. That's how stressed the situation. Can I see that? Can I see your lighter? Can I see your lighter, doctor? Appreciate that. What would you like me to call you?
Say it again.
What would you like me to call you?
I am Dr. Carter, the baby daddy psychiatrist.
Dr. Carter, the baby daddy psychiatrist.
You can call me Dr. Carter for sure.
Dr. Carter. This is Dr. Carter. You feel me? Okay, I'm gonna flame on my black because I'm stressing. I didn't put my blood out.
That's what we want to talk about. Some of the stresses that child support can cause.
Man, this shit.
So how much weed do you say you smoke a week?
If we talked about that, my door would be getting kicked in. My door would be getting kicked in because how much weed I smoked a week.
So that's just your weed habit now.
It's not even a habit. That shit's a lifestyle. It's a weed lifestyle. I gotta smoke weed. If I don't smoke weed, goddamn it, this shit might turn into an O.J. Simpson type of situation.
So do you think being on child support, working a 40-hour week, bringing home $80 a week, do you think that will cause you to become angry, to act out?
That will cause that first of all, that causes my spouse to become angry and act out.
Does it cause you to see the world differently?
I see the world differently because I'm fighting against the white man. I'm fighting against the government. The government is doing this to me.
That's when you say the white man, that's what you mean, the government?
When I say the white man, I mean the government. The government is somebody that you know what I'm saying? You can't even fight this person. You can't even fight them. Once you got that person ahead of you, it's like that's the hardest fight of your life. That's the hardest fight of your life. That's a fight you would never get past. That's a fight you would never get past because the government always got more to offer than you do.
Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
So you believe the government has a system put in place that has the majority of us men with children on child support, working, and bringing home less than 1/3 of the profit that they do bring in, or their gross income? Do you believe that's something that the government has in place?
I believe that the government don't want a black man in the home.
So you think it's black man? Because I know there is a lot, and the people watching are going to say, there's a lot of white men, a lot of Mexican men, there's African men.
The government doesn't want the man in the home. I'm going to put it like that. The government doesn't want the man in the home. I feel like the government doesn't want the man in the home because they know that the man is strong. They know that the man can protect. They know that the man can provide. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want the man in the home. The government wants to be the man. The government is the man. You feel me? The government wants to be the man. So what I'm saying, if the government is the man, we don't need a man in the household. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
If I'm the man, if I can offer you more than what your baby daddy can offer you, if I can offer you more than your baby daddy can offer you, then what you need your baby daddy for?
So you say that's how they got it. So now the government, you say the government is now the fathers in the household.
I mean, basically, and a lot of females don't even see it, but they live it. A lot of females don't see it, but they live it. They live that lifestyle, and they let the government take care of their children, and they don't let the dad. The dads. It's deadbeat fathers out here. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's not deadbeat fathers. There's deadbeat fathers out here.
Right.
Know what I'm saying?
Right.
But there's some fathers that just can't do more than the government can do. So with there being not fathers that can't do more than the government can do, they lose.
So what you're saying is, you feel that the government is taking the majority of the income that men are grossing to have that upper advantage to push the man out of the household, because the thing that it is for a man to do to survive is to provide. If he's not providing, then he's really not a man in the actual way that this thing is set up. So for a man who can't do the things that is required to become a man, I do believe that causes stress. I do believe it causes post-traumatic stress. Because once a man can't provide for his family,
you feel a different way.
How does that makes a man feel less than a man? And then now let's talk about it. We were stating, how does that may make a woman in turn not feel like the man is an actual man? Let's talk about that. How do you think, or have you had any situations where you were maybe treated less than a man, or you felt like somebody was treating you less than a man behind your child support situation?
I mean, there's been times when I was on child support where I've had to kiss ass and I had to be less than what I wanted to be because I wanted a situation to go a certain way. You feel me? Or there's been times that I had to hold my tongue because I wanted the situation to go a certain way. You feel me?
So, and what it sounds like to me is what a lot of us men have to go through, being put on child support and not being able to provide for your family. You in then turn are put out on the street. You might be put out on the street disrespectfully. She might throw your clothes all out in the yard. She might put your business all out on Facebook, on social media, on Instagram. Very disrespectfully. All because this man who's working 40 hours a week, he's only bringing in less than 1/3 of what he is grossing. Plus, he's being taxed on that. So he's working 40 hours a week, coming home, still not being able to provide for his family and look at his kids like a man. He's then pushed out of the household forcefully or non-forcefully, not being able to look at his family and be able to provide for them. He may walk away from that situation. See, a lot of y'all dads may have walked away from the situation due to things like this. Feeling less than a man, your mama at home disrespecting him after he come home from a 40-hour-a-week job, knowing he's only bringing home $20 from that day. And he still showed up on time. This is the stress that us men have to go through behind child support, but we can't talk about. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how your kids would feel going through this child support.
Man, look. This shit will make you want to treat your kids different.
Let's talk about it.
This shit will make you want to treat your kids different. But you will be less of a man to treat your kids different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you want your kids to know. You want your kids to know what's going on, though. You want your kids to know what's going on. So for future references, you know what I'm saying, you want to build that legacy. You want to build that legacy, so you want your kids to know what's going on too, right? So it's like you building on fighting the government. Because at the end of the day, that's who's standing in front of you. That's the only man standing in front of you. It's the government.
I'm gonna say it.
The government offer a female Section 8. The government offer a female food assistance, cash assistance. The government offer females all of this that a man should provide. You feel me?
And let me talk to you guys about exactly what he's saying. Everything that a man will not be able to provide, because he's bringing in less than 1/3 of his check, is what the government is right there giving to the women. Giving him. He can't pay his half on the rent. They give her Section 8. They give her low-income housing. He can't provide for the groceries. They give her food stamps. They give her WIC. At some point, the government is giving the women everything but sex. Huh. And that's a whole other topic. We'll get back to that. Let's talk about the day that you said, all right, this is it. We got to do something about this. What steps did you take? Did you talk to your kid's mother, your baby mama? How did you go about even getting the thing out that you wanted to be off child support?
First of all, COVID came around. So this shit took a whole extra year. A whole extra year of me going through this shit. I moved to a whole nother state and started getting money taken out of my checks. You feel me? Money taken out of my checks every week. I'm going to work faithfully every week. And money getting taken out of my checks. But I gotta deal with it. I gotta deal with it because I'm a man. I gotta deal with it because I'm a man. I want to be a man, I gotta deal with it. Right. So, me being a blessed man, my baby mama is willing to take me off of child support. She's willing to take me off of child support. So this situation lasts a whole year. A whole year before they even send in a paper stating that she even said something about me not being on child support.
Okay. So you get to court.
I get to court. Funny thing. I get to court. This nigga's in court for the same shit I'm in court for. This nigga's in TV court. This nigga's sitting in the bench like I'm sitting in the bench. You know what I'm saying? I come in the courtroom with my kids. I got my kids for the summer. I come in the courtroom with my kids. My baby mama there. They call us up. My baby mama want to take me off of child support. They ask her, Miss Woo Woo Woo, do you want to take this man off of child support? She says yes. The judge asks her, looked her dead in her face, says, this man owes you $13,700 dollars. Are you sure that you want to take this man off child support?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
So then what?
She said yes. She said yes, I am sure. This man has been taking care of his children. This man has been taking care of his kids. From the day they have been born, there is no reason he should be paying this amount. There's no reason he should owe this amount. So the judge looked me in my eyes and said, Mr. Mack, is there anything that you have to say for yourself? I said, hell yeah. This shit is making a strain on my life. This shit is fucking up my life. I'm saying I was pissed. I wanted to drop a tear. They had no choice but to take me off of child support. Y'all know what they did when I walked out the courtroom?
What they do?
They locked me up. They locked me up. I had a warrant. I had a warrant in that county. I had a warrant in that county for something completely different. Completely different. I had a warrant in that county for something completely different. You hear me? I'm off child support. I'm off child support now, but I got a warrant in that county for something completely different.
So you telling me you went to court to get off child support and you still went to jail?
Went to jail right after I walked out that bitch. I didn't even go to jail because I had the money to. I posted bond on their ass. I had money in my pocket to post bond on their ass, so I posted bond on their ass. Right then and there at the courthouse, had money to post bond, and I walked out that courthouse a free man, off child support, out of jail, not in their system.
They did your ass.
No, I did they ass.
They tried.
So let's talk about the after effects. So after they took you off child support, then what happened? You mean you telling me they immediately took you off child support? Did they swipe off all the back child support? How did that happen?
Okay, they swiped off all the back child support. Let's say they swiped off all the back child support. I went and got a job afterwards. I get a check short as hell.
So after they took you off child support, you went and got a new job. Child support took they did you again.
Took money out of my check again.
So what was their excuse?
I called child support. They told me I have to get a order of. Hold on, let me get the right name for y'all so that y'all can know the right name. Order of termination of child support. I have to get an order of termination of child support to show my job that I'm not on child support anymore. Even though my job came and found me to put me on child support and take money out of my checks, I gotta go get a paper to show them that I'm not on child support no more, so that I won't get money that took out of my check.
Yeah, that sounds real fucked up.
I've been smoking this wood for a long ass time. I'm stressed out.
So look, I believe that this child support shit really can cause PTSD. So, because after you leave your baby mama,
I'm scared to have another child.
Hey, let's talk about it. Does child support make you young fellas scared to even have another kid?
These young fellas don't know.
Is that what we at with this
These
shit?
young fellas don't know. So I'm here to teach you young fellas. I'm 28 years old. I'm here to teach you young fellas. Listen. Know what you're doing before you do it. Know what I'm saying? Make your choices wisely. Choose wisely. You got one choice. You got that one choice in your lifetime. You got one choice. You got one chance. Know what I'm saying? Your life can go this way or it can go that way. It's on you. It's on you. It's on you. It's on you.
Man. The moral of this shit is child support can cause PTSD. You feel me? We're going to go ahead and end it out with this one. Child support can cause PTSD. You work 40 hours a week. You come home because you ain't bringing home the bread. Ain't no food cooked. You ain't get no back rub. You ain't get no dick sucked. But you still putting that work in. Did that fuck up your home? Is child support a home wrecker in your situation? Did you and your baby mama split because you wasn't able to provide? Is that the situation?
YTN Mack, man. All streaming platforms, man. Y'all